Hey guys, what's going on today? Here it is, FatMatt. Today we do an episode number 6 of COD Zombies Unpopular Opinions. Now this episode is about BO2 zombies, and you guys gave us some pretty interesting opinions. And for this week's guest, we have my good friend ExgerBexver.
What's poppin', lads? How's it going? Full disclosure, I have not read any of these tweets yet. Black Ops 2 is my favorite zombies game of all time, and I'm ready to get heated.
I'm so excited because this game I could talk about forever. Like my ranked worst to best on BO2, I went the most in depth with like no script. Like I can just talk about this game forever. And also I just want to shout out ExgerBexver. His YouTube will be in the link in the description, and he streams on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But the schedule might be a little messed up because of the world right now. But that's essentially it, right?
Yes, that's it. You absolute legend.
So the first unpopular opinion comes from EasyGhosts, and he goes, swapping Who's Who with Tombstone and Tombstone with Who's Who would fix both major flaws in Transit and Die Rise. That's a little hard to wrap your brain around.
I'm gonna take a second and like read this and try and figure it out. Who's Who with Tombstone and Tombstone with Who's Who would fix major flaws in Transit and Die Rise. Okay.
So,
okay.
I agree with this because Who's Who doesn't work on Die Rise. If you die like on one floor, you literally respawn Who's Who with a pistol, no jug or anything, all the way up top. But in Transit, it's all linear, so I feel like when you respawn, you have a chance to survive and train up the zombies. When in Die Rise, you're just trapped. You have to jump from elevator to elevator, and with no perks and shit, it's just so impossible. But it could actually work on Transit, and I think vice versa.
Well, there is one kind of potential fatal flaw that I see with this one, and it all comes down to like coding and game design and all that stuff that I don't know anything about. But you know, you just touched on it there. Who's Who in Die Rise will spawn you on any floor. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
My question is, Who's Who on Transit? Would you be in town training and then it spawn you over in Diner? Like, I could see that being a problem.
If it was fixed and like you die in town, your dude spawns in town, that's good. But I just like the map layout definitely agrees with Who's Who a lot more if it were on Transit. And then with Die Rise Tombstone, like...
No, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm thinking about it because, like, let's say I have Tombstone and I'm playing with a friend, right? And I jump off the map on Die Rise and I die. A lot of people fall off the map and die. If your Tombstone just sits up there on the building where you jumped off from, you can just respawn and grab all your shit back and be like, hey, I jumped off the map like an idiot, but this map's hard and I get all my stuff back. So it pays off.
That would be so good.
Yeah.
That would be so good.
So I agree with this a lot, actually. This is really cool. I like this.
Yeah, and I think if Who's Who on Transit spawned you in the location that you were at, I think it'd be perfect. So this one is a hard one to think about. But also shout out to Ghost for coming up with this one. This is this is something like, I think anybody would come up with.
No, this isn't common. This is very out of the box. I really like it. I agree with it though. I think it's amazing.
I think it'd be good. Yes. All right. So we got at Z Toxicity saying Sliquifier greater than the Blundergat.
Ah man. I completely agree with this. The Sliquifier is the coolest wonder weapon ever. It shoots fucking liquid. It could technically infinitely kill zombies, and you don't even have to upgrade it. The Blundergat's cool, but it's nothing crazy. It's a shotgun, you know what I mean?
I'll tell you why I hate this one. I'll tell you why I hate this. Because it's true.
Wow, yeah, because you're a huge mob advocate.
I'm a huge mob fan.
I like Die Rise better than mob, so I'm all on board with this.
You need to be shipped off. That's
fair. A lot of people would say that. I could agree with you. I'd ship myself off too.
I put Die Rise as number 3 in my top 5 worst, and I will stand by that. I think Die Rise is a trash map, and I think Mob is a top 5 best.
Top 5, Mob has just really slipped for me lately, which I don't love that, but it kind of happened naturally.
I freaking love that map, but I have to agree with this one. When I use the Sliquifier, I can't get past like around 20 on DieRise just because I get sick of it and I say like screw it, I'm done.
It's so good, it's so overpowered. Like you could literally just.
But the Wonder Weapon is very good. Now I tried to do a high round attempt on Mob, and I'm not one for high round attempts, so I was just kind of like, I guess we're doing this now. And I ended up getting to round 45, and the Vitronic Withering was just not doing anything.
Exactly.
At all.
It just becomes so useless, which is why I don't even like because the mob high rounds are kind of boring. Because you just have to run them through traps and throws your health.
To the acid trap, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But on Die Rise, the thing I don't know if it infinitely kills, but it kills to a pretty high round.
I think it does.
You can get to around 50 in an hour, and that's just like almost unheard of. I feel like. Besides BO3, BO3's easy, but this is Black Ops 2. This is bare bones, more of a classic.
No, for sure.
But I definitely, I agree with this one. I think it's like 5 better than Blundergat. But I could see this being unpopular because, a lot of people love Mob, and with that, they just say, yeah, the Wonder Weapon's better because fuck Die Rise.
No, I hate it because I love Mob way more than I'll ever love Die Rise, but I have to agree with this one just because of the numbers.
I love being the guy with the unpopular opinion. I'm just like, Die Rise is better than Mob. But whatever. the next question, or unpopular opinion, comes from the chillest villain, and he says Buried is the best map, followed by Nuketown, Town, Origins, and Mob. So you're saying Buried is better than all those maps? He has Mob last, so ha. And then, but he has Origins second to last. I don't agree with this. I definitely think this is unpopular. They're saying Buried is just far better than any BO2 map, and then Town and Nuketown are above Origins and Mob. What are your thoughts? Because this is your game.
this is only slightly off.
Really?
I think this is only slightly off. I think Buried is not a top tier map. Buried is a very middle of the road map for me. Like it's a good map. I'm not gonna say it's a bad map, but it's like so middle of the road. Nuketown, Town, Origins, and Mob are all just top tier maps for me. They're all just so top tier. So saying Nuketown is the best, I would be interested to talk to this person.
He's actually really chill. I know him. He's actually cool as shit. He streams. But
well, yeah, I'd love to talk to them and see why they like Nuketown more than all of those other ones. Because like I love Nuketown because it's like it's so like stripped away bare bones thing. Like it's
the last survival map we've gotten. It's the last one that's really just survival, you know, Call of Duty zombies.
Not only that, but it really tests your skill as a zombies player between random perk drops, between the size of the map and what there is to offer. It really tests your skill as a zombies player. So that's why I love Nuketown. I love hopping on it and being like, all right, let's get better. Let's get back into the flow of things. And I just baseline enjoy the map. So I'd be interested to see. Town is an accessible map. Everybody loves it. Everybody can get good at it.
Town is just a fun experience.
Dude, it just never gets old.
It's just fun.
Origins and Mob, top tier maps.
Yeah, they're like innovative. They're those maps. Everybody knows that. But I love Buried because it's so different. Name one other map you can get fully set up on round one. It has Leroy, a way to lock down the box permanently. You have to, you know, give him boost to open up different parts of the map. There's witches. There's a fucking maze that switches every round. Like, this is the most crazy, like, out-of-pocket map. You can't get back to the spawn room unless you have a paralyzer, I believe. And the one weapon you could really make yourself fly with, it's just completely broken. It's a map that is so unique. It feels like no other zombie experience, in my opinion. Yes, it's boring, but it's so cool. There's so much different shit on Buried, which is why I've always, like, praised it. Because, sure, it's boring and easy to high round on, but it's so different.
Well, here's the thing. Yes, it can get boring to a point when you're trying to high run, just sit on top of the bank with with the paralyzer.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It could have been a lot more boring. Because in you explaining, like, you can get set up on round one. That sounds incredibly boring to me. But the way you go about setting up on round one makes it a little more engaging and a little more rewarding when you do everything perfectly.
Which could be good, because new people are like, I like easy maps, so Buried really appeals to those.
Yeah, but it also keeps people who have been playing forever, it keeps them entertained because like you've got to, if you're doing the setup on round one, you have to do everything perfectly right. You've got to get Leroy lined up perfectly and hit those barricades perfectly, and you've got to do everything super right, or you're not going to be able to do it on round one.
But Buried is very complex and has a lot of stuff to do, but it's also really simple. It's one of the weirdest maps ever, but I'm always going to praise
It's just
Buried.
so middle of the road, I think. It's so strange.
And the next one I'm so excited for. I love that you get to read this one. Just go at it.
Here we go.
Let's hear it.
All right.
Let's hear it,
my boy, Revived Gamer coming in. Afterlife and The Bridge were horrible additions in Mob, in my opinion. I shouldn't have to build a plane every time I want to pack, and the fact that the EE is literally only doing it 3 times is so annoying to think about. And Afterlife was basically pre-alpha and a shittier version of beast mode.
he just ripped that Mob. He just absolutely fucking killed Mob. You just went at your favorite map, or pretty much.
I hate everything about this. I hate everything about this. I do.
I love it.
Horrible additions in Mob. First of all, Afterlife is a genius addition. No cap. Stop that. Don't come at me. Afterlife is excellent. And The Bridge were horrible additions. The Bridge is perfect. The Bridge is perfect. It's an easy training spot, but you have to deal with Brutus every time, and you don't get any drops. It's like a risk-reward type of thing. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now, as far as building the plane every time you want to go to pack, it's a little annoying and a little tedious, yeah, but, like, it's not Black Ops 3. You're not going to be pack-a-punching your gun 87 times. Like, it's one of those things, like, how set up do you want to be before you go to the bridge? Do you pull the Mark II, and you're like, yeah, I want to go now. I want to have this. I want to get set up. Or are you like, hey, I've got the Galil. I can stick this out for just a little bit longer, get my other gun that I want / need, and just go to the bridge when I have enough points. It's constantly a risk reward assessment, and I hate this.
My thing about it is I completely agree with Afterlife. It's tedious, it's annoying, it's cool, but I don't love Afterlife. I hate how it replaces Quick Revive. It changes the zombies formula, which in a way is innovative and cool, but it's not my favorite.
It makes mobs such a unique experience.
The bridge is great. So I disagree with that. But building the plane every time is so annoying. When I have to run down to the docks, and then the spiral staircase, and then the warden's office, and I have to go everywhere to get these fuel tank of the gas canisters? Whatever.
Gas canisters,
it's so tedious. I don't know.
Now that's something I can, like, if I'll say I like it and I enjoy it and I'm fine with it, but if somebody came at me and was like, I hate how you have to grab the gas canisters, I'd be like, I get it. Like,
yeah, it's really annoying.
Like, I get it.
I agree with about 90% of this. I think mobs overrated.
I agree with about 2% of it.
Wait, what 2% again?
I don't even know. I guess the 2% is like me understanding the tediousness of the bridge and getting the gas canisters every time. Also, the fact that the Easter egg is only doing it 3 times. I don't know.
But that's annoying. That's the tediousness, because the most annoying part about mob is running and grabbing the gas canisters. The fact that you have to do that 3 times is so annoying.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Do it once, at least once, probably twice.
Flip Mob of the Dead, dude. Flip that map.
God, I can't get over this one. There's so many things that I have such a problem with.
Me and Revive always talk about how Blood's better than Mob, and I just enjoy it. I think it's funny. I love this BO2 opinion.
Okay, so this last part, Afterlife was just a pre-alpha and shittier version of Beast Mode. I'm gonna flip that around. Beast Mode was just a 2.0 and better version of Afterlife.
Sure.
Afterlife wasn't bad to begin with, but Beast Mode took it to a new level.
Beast Mode is so much smoother, and it makes more sense that it fixed the quick revive issue. I think Beast Mode is so much better.
I do not say that to mean Afterlife is bad for me. Afterlife is still amazing, and I love it. It's so good. It's so good, and I personally love how you have to turn things, like different power things on, and like open doors with it, and shocked to get the plane piece. I love that.
I look at Afterlife and I see it as one of Mob's burdens, honestly. I don't know why.
Well, you're wrong.
And 90% of the zombies community would probably agree with you. So I'll sit
I'm
here.
Just giving you shit. I'm someone like I won't come after people. Like, for everybody hearing me explain this now, like, I'm not gonna come after you and be like, you're wrong, I don't want to listen to you. Like, I'm always up for discussion.
No, this series is for fun. We don't actually go at each other. But anyway, 50 Cal with the next unpopular opinion. He goes, I like Town's lava feature. This is unpopular because everyone hates Town's lava. I hate running through it. It downs you. The fact that Pack-a-Punch is sitting in lava, it's like when you're red screen running around, you run into a lava pit and you down, you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Sure, it adds to the challenge, but I hate this feature. I hate lava. So annoying. And it makes the zombies explode, and that does damage to you.
I like this one.
Okay. Because it adds to the challenge, the dynamic?
Well, yes, but it's also one of those things that, like, I wouldn't be sitting here telling someone about Town and be like, I love the lava. Because it's something I wouldn't think about, but something like this, like, bringing it to your attention, like, I like Town's lava feature. I'm like, oh, do I? Like, yeah, I do, because it does add to the challenge. Like, when you're training, you have to take that into account. If you're red screen or close to red screen, you've been counting your hits.
No, actually,
you have to take into account.
Now I kind of understand it. I think that the lava actually very much adds to the dynamic and the difficulty of Town, because without the lava, you just have a boring linear map.
Oh, it would be so boring.
It needs the lava, even though the lava's fucking annoying. Now, if he said this about Transit, I would disagree. Because Transit, the huge lava pits are awful, yeah. But in Town, it could work, because Town is as easy as it is. So
yeah, I really like it.
It adds to the experience. I actually do like this unpopular opinion. I think it's a good one.
Highrise is an amazing map. I knew this one was coming. As soon as you tweeted it out, give me unpopular opinions for Blackout 2, I was like, there's going to be a whole lot of Highrise, good map tweets. Vertically added a completely different feel to any other map in Zombies. Now, verticality is not something any Zombies map ever needed.
I agree with this. Highrise is one of the most unique layouts of all time. I love the elevators. I love how many different floors there are. I love the challenge of just being fucking annoyed by not knowing where you are. I don't know what it is about Highrise, but it's one of the hardest easy maps of all time.
What? Hold up. What? You want to run that by me one more time?
It's one of the hardest easy maps ever. It's an easy map, but it's hard.
In what regard?
It's easy in what regard?
Yeah.
In the regard of, you could run a spawn, drop down the elevator, jump across, grab 20,000 points out of the bank, build the wonder weapon right there, grab all your perks, pack a punch, sit in the elevator shaft, get from round 1 to 50 in an hour with no downs. If you know what you're doing, it's so easy. But then again, it's hard to jump from building to building, and the elevators are annoying, and it's like, it's really confined and it's tight-spaced map. It's hard to run through. But it's
I hate this map. I hate this map.
Have you ever played it?
Yes, I hate it.
Dude,
I don't think I've ever gotten past round 20 on this map.
Exactly. You're just hating to hate it. You gotta. Oh, I'm out of focus. You gotta play Die Rise, dude. Okay, sit in the elevator shaft and get to round 50 and just experience it. I love the training spots on this map too. You have the Buddha room. You have the room under, like where the SVU is.
I think
you have the roof. It's a good map. Terrible Easter egg. Fuck that Easter egg. But it's a cool map.
Yeah, This is one of the only maps, and this is why it's on my worst list. This is one of the only maps that I have played only a couple times, and I've just said, fuck it. Like, I'm not playing this map
That's
anymore.
it.
Like, I'm not
Just
going to
cut it
try
off.
and love it. I hate this.
But he just says it vertically added a completely different feel to any other zombies map. Can you disagree with that?
No.
That's
I'll give you
almost
that.
a factual
And
statement.
I also agree with the statement that you made. It's one of the most unique maps, and that's true. It is. I agree with this statement here. It added a completely different feel to any other map. That's true. But I hate it. I hate the feel that it added.
Fuck. No, I love this map. Fuck you. You almost got me there. I'm just like, yeah, I agree. You almost
were
had me
close.
for a second.
We were so close.
No, the thing about the Zelensky maps though is that they're I don't know how to explain it. They're so unique, but they're looked at as the worst maps in zombies because Transit is so different and so fucking weird. It's still cool though, but it's just
I can meme on Transit with friends.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't on my like top 5.
not a good
list,
solo
'cause I
experience though.
It's not. Well, if you haven't played it in like 18 years, like I didn't. Like I didn't play it for like 5 years, and then I hopped back on, and I was like, that was fun. I'm not gonna do that anytime soon.
But I feel like Die Rise, Buried in Transit are some of the most unique zombies maps to ever grace zombies. Because you look at the Blundell formula, it's pretty straightforward.
And there is a formula.
Oh, there's a total formula. You have Mob of the Dead, which kind of started the Blundell verse. We'll call it that. Fuck it. Why not?
And then I'm gonna use that.
And then you have Origins, which introduced like new power with generators. Actually introduced new power with Mob of the Dead. But anyway, he took generators and elemental wonder weapons. He added all that cool stuff into Origins. Then he goes to Shadows. He implements the generators in a way where they're rituals. And then, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. From Shadows, or even from Origins to Rev, or Mob to Rev, they're pretty much the same map. You get the same experience, essentially.
Well, I mean, all gameplay elements aside, like,
Yeah.
it's taking away the specific elements that are the same, like looking at different power features, and like, these are the similar things. Take all that away. All the Blundell maps feel the same.
Yeah, we knew what we were getting into.
When you're playing a Blundell map, you kind of feel like you know what you're playing. You pop into Transit, Die, Rise, Buried, it feels like a totally unique experience.
I would play the BO3 Blundell maps. I would play any Blundell map over Zelensky map any day. I just want to make that very clear. I'm just saying, Blundell followed a formula, and Zelensky just said, "Fuck it, I don't know, COD zombies, put it in a blender. Let's figure some shit out and just do it."
I will say this though: the one thing that really makes me hate the Zelensky maps and hate returning to them is the inventory. I hate it.
Yeah.
So much.
As much as I love Die Rise, I have to admit that. Never mind. But we have Mr. Rayguns that says it's worse than BO4 overall. BO2 only had 2 good. How are you gonna say that? How are you gonna say that? How is Mr. Rayguns gonna put that in my timeline?
We need to find this man.
What are we gonna do? Gotta change his mind peacefully.
We're gonna
We're gonna change his mind peacefully.
we're gonna peacefully protest outside his home.
Yes. And we're gonna let him know that he's wrong.
This is such a shitty take. In what world?
No offense to you, Mr. Rayguns. You're a chill ass dude. But what the fuck is this?
In what world do you live in that Black Ops 4 is better than Black Ops 2? What world?
Not mine. Hashtag not my world.
Hashtag not my world.
Not my world. I mean, no, I can't agree with this. Black Ops 2 is a
find this
better
thing
experience.
To be like, oh, I can kind of see this.
I'm assuming the 2 good maps is Origins and Mob.
I think that's what he's talking about there. Yeah.
But I totally disagree with this. I like it because it's unique.
And I like to disagree with the notion that Black Ops 2 only has 2 good maps. We just praise the hell out of Town.
Yeah.
And I also love Nuketown.
I don't think there is a bad map on BO2. Objectively, there's not a bad experience. There's not. Don't do that eyebrow thing. There's not. They're all unique.
Unique doesn't equal good.
You're right. But if you're talking about Die Rise, you're not right.
Transit. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, fuck transit, man. All right, what were we gonna say though?
That's it.
Was
that's
that it?
Just, yeah, the two good maps. It's wrong. It's just wrong.
It's like I could see why people think this. No, not the BO4 part. I don't think anyone's gonna agree with that. But only having 2 good maps, like people will look at BO2 and they'll be like, oh yeah, Mob and Origins are the 2 best. No doubt, no question.
Yeah, and I can see that because like when you think of Black Ops 2, you think of Mob and Origin.
Yeah.
First thing. So I
Blundleverse, baby.
Blundleverse. But you think of you forget the hidden gems of Nuketown and Town.
The fun survival maps.
Oh hell yeah! So Black Ops 2 or no, Colossal Kiwi coming in saying Black Ops 2 Zombies is such an inconsistent experience that it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, you have variety and 2 of the greatest maps of all time. On the other hand, you have literally everything. It's worse than Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3.
So this is pretty much the last opinion, but expanded on. Now, I could agree with this one a lot more because he actually has some very good points, and he words it in a way where, you know, it could work.
Well constructed. It makes me question my beliefs.
Yes, it's inconsistent. Because you have, okay, we'll just look at it objectively. Not my opinions, objectively. Transit, terrible. Die Rise, terrible. Mob of the Dead, God tier. Buried, middle of the road, Origins, God tier. That's fucking love, hate, Blundell, Zelensky, mixture, double-edged sword.
Like it wasn't like you get Mob of the Dead and Origins at the end and it makes it great.
No.
Like you had Mob of the Dead as DLC 2 and then Origins to bring up the end.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree that it's worse than BO1. I think it's a better game than BO1. I love BO1.
BO1's a great game.
You could argue, see, I love BO2 purely off the aesthetics almost. I love the perk logos, I love the HUD, I love the movement of the game. It just feels super, super clean. So I've always had this huge debate in my head, which is it BO3 or BO2 better? Now, BO3 has the more maps that I would rather play, but BO2 just has that fucking BO2 factor, my childhood. You know what I mean? I'm sweating, chat. I'm sorry, I just... We're getting dirty. Oh shit, I just slapped my mic.
Calm down, sir. This one is a tough one because you and I have talked about this before, both off camera and on, about the endless debate between is Black Ops 1 or is Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3 better? And for me, the reason I've always said Black Ops 2 is better for me is because I'm a survivalist kind of person. Like I like to feel like you throw me in a dangerous situation and I have to make do with what I have. Can I look at Black Ops 3 and say it may be better, like in terms of like story and like pure just like look and aesthetics and everything else it brings to the table? Yes, absolutely. I'll say Black Ops 3 has a better story and Easter eggs and everything else. But I like BO2 for the survival feel.
BO2, BO3 has more to offer, gameplay wise, map wise, weapon wise, gobblegums. Okay,
stop that. Right there.
Wait a minute, did not mean to say that. But BO2's easier high rounds. I would say the Easter eggs are more fun to do on BO3. I don't know, man. It's very, very split. I would still say that BO3 is just a bit better, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's better. I don't know.
You're also a huge story person, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. But BO3 is when the story got really complicated. Then again, kind of Origin started that shit. Mob started that shit. Fuck Mob, dude.
Yeah, well, oh, hell yeah. Don't forget the hidden gem.
Nikolai. Why do I keep hearing that name?
I with Blood of the Dead existing, I just wish that Mob had never tied in to the Primus universe. I wish it had never tied in.
Yeah, because it kills the meaning almost. It kills the uniqueness.
It does. It's like, oh, how hard could it have been for the mobsters? Primus got out okay.
Seriously.
But this one is tough. I agree with the notion that it is a double-edged sword, inconsistent kind of map.
I very much like this one, but I can't fully agree with it.
It is better than Black Ops 1. I will say that. I think it's easy to say it's better than Black Ops 1. But I can see why a lot of people would say Black Ops 3 is better, but for me, being a survivalist, enjoying the bare bones experience that it offers and the survival experience that it offers, I like Black Ops 2 better. But it's a close race. It's definitely close for me. This is a good take.
It is. It's a beautiful take. It's actually really good. But with that being said, that was the last unpopular opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to check out EagerBexver. Do you have anything else to say? Any final statement?
Not really. Last video I did on my channel was me and Matt talking about what Zombies needs in 2020. So if you want to check that out, I'm sure Matt will put my link in the description. If you want to come check me out on Twitch,
Twitter.
Wednesday,
or YouTube. Cool. Everything, just everything. It's gonna be EagerBexver down in the description.
Appreciate you, lads. But yeah, I stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Got a lot of big things coming up here, so stay tuned for that.
Boom. So next episode is going to be Black Ops 1. So let me know your unpopular opinions about Black Ops 1 down in the description below. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Don't forget to check out my friend EagerBexver, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
See you guys.